Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Today we will be doing a quick practice of another martial arts kick. We had done a certain kick in a different video, but I was told to do a slightly different angle of placement so as to give a different and somewhat even more challenging image illustration in terms of the placement of the foot. So to begin, we are going to first put down our in fact, instead of that, we are going to put down the kick first, the foot, the object that is most in the foreground, and it is somewhere around here in this case. So once you have that, we're going to use foreshortening again, arc. I would put another arc right here, arc, going down. Pull that up a little bit. Okay, so then there is this angle right there, this arc here, circle, and necessarily our essential oval right there. Now you can tell that this is the foot in the foreground. The one that we had done previously had the kick going right up, so this one has just a different placement. Let's concentrate on the foot first in this case, or the boot or the shoe or the kung fu sandal, whichever is your preference. But I would not really go into the details until we have put this down well. So you could even show a part of the heel there. It does not have to be an essential thing, but from here, since the foreshortening is severe and we are showing that it's at an extreme angle, everything is compressed. That is what you have to imagine. So if there was an object that is like this, if you keep doing a coil, let's say, you would place the same object somewhat like that, and you could keep going. If you put the coil closer together, you would place the object like that. So it is the same concept here, that you could do a coil if you wish, and it helps, and make it larger. And then imagine that leg, the front one, that would end up in one of the coils would be larger. Necessarily we're talking about the calf here, and then the thigh would be in the background. So I'm talking about the front and the back of the thigh. In this case, I'm just going to do this and a little bit of that. Then go in to the other leg right there, which is in the background. And then from there, I'm going to go into the torso. Now the placement of the torso again is all up to you, how you would like to show it. You could have it closer. Actually, I would make this entire portion think it'll make for a better pose. Smaller, so we're just going to go around here. It'll make for a more powerful image. So there's the chest, shoulder, and you could show him maybe with an arm outstretched. This arm is best if it is mostly tucked in, and it'll depend on the angle that you wish to use, or you could just show the arm either tucked in like that, or you could also show it just coming in from the back. My recommendation would be this one. Just makes for a more easier placement of anatomy, and that there will be the head of our subject. So eyes, nose, mouth, and of course the details will all depend on what character you're trying to, or what the purpose of the illustration is. Now this one, this hand here, it could also have a clenched fist like that. You have to look at the different poses that are actually out there in terms of perspective, foreshortening, and martial arts poses. So what we did was we put in an oval to begin, and then we put in arcs, circles. I would put in another arc here right behind. You could actually go like so. You don't have to draw it in the foreground, and that'll make your exercise easier. Oval right here, and then we just came around and put in that outline or the shape of the character or the subject for whatever purpose, to complete our perspective plus foreshortening martial arts pose. Now this is slightly more challenging for especially for beginners, but if you Google images, you will find that you will actually begin to have a lot of fun putting action poses like these together. They are essential studies also in terms of action and anatomy, and they do go together. So I would recommend Googling lots of images and then taking your pick and going from there. So if we were to cast certain shadows in a specific direction going into this pose, it'll again depend on the light source and how the shadows are falling in. We are assuming that the light is coming in from that angle, so a shadow being cast behind every curve there, every ridge, every muscle, and of course this is only a rough and quick exercise as we quickly illustrate that how a bit of addition of details and even some muscle composition can greatly enhance your illustration. So it exactly does not have to be like that as I am putting the shadows in, but I'm just illustrating this particular image. If I choose to go with one particular light source and then keep on shading in and around the muscle and the other structure. So that is one quick way of doing this particular very generic and very popular, very powerful martial arts perspective pose. Please do Google lots of images and put in that practice. Have fun. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe and keep in touch. I hope this was of some help. We'll be putting out more videos. Till next time, have yourself a wonderful day.